Oh my gosh, you guys, I am getting a freaking tummy tuck and I am so excited for you guys to come along on this journey with me. Oh my gosh, let's go. We are here. We're doing it. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the official first installment of my mommy makeover series. I apologize for this wonky setup. I fought with my tripod for a few minutes. But I wanted to chat with you guys before we went into my consult right behind me. So it is currently Tuesday, the 29th of March. I have my consult today for my tummy tuck mommy makeover. If you didn't watch my last video where I just sort of announced that I was having it done, my plan right now is for sure a tummy tuck, maybe a reduction or lift or something. I'm gonna kind of talk to her about that to see like what she recommends. So this is a female doctor, which I'm actually really excited about. I've never met her before. She came to this practice after the previous doctor retired. So hopefully she's good. She actually just graduated. Well, not graduated, but she just finished her residency at Duke University, which is an amazing school, like 4 years ago. So she's pretty young. And she's been at the like sister practice to this practice. And then I think she's like filling in here. I think I explained all of that in my last video. They're still looking for a new full-time doctor here. So there's doctors from other practices filling in. So my appointment's at 4. It's not 2, it's 3:36. I'm supposed to be there 15 minutes early, so I have to go in a few minutes. Now, what my plan is I'm actually going to take you guys with me. So I'm going to try and get real raw footage of this doctor answering my questions. This will be, I mean, it's probably no secret, this is a plus size tummy tuck, which is something else I'm going to touch on in a second. So I know that there are a lot of questions about what's going to happen, cost breakdown, recovery, pre-op, all of that stuff. So my plan is to take you guys in there, hit record, and just let you guys sort of hear my consultation and the questions I ask and all of that stuff. I'm going to try and set it up in a way that you might be able to see something, but it might not actually be that you're actually looking at a whole lot versus just listening to what's going on, if that makes sense. So before we sort of start this whole process, one thing I wanted to touch on, or a disclaimer for this whole series, is this. I saw in my last video a lot of comments, and these aren't, bad comments, but I just saw a lot of comments that, oh, I've recently lost, a ton of weight, or I want to lose a ton more weight, or I'm not at the ideal weight to get a tummy tuck, or whatever. And while that's great, if you want to lose a bunch of weight before you do it, I'm going to say this: you do not have to weigh a certain amount, lose a certain amount of weight, look a certain way, be a certain way to deserve a tummy tuck. You guys know I'm all about body positivity over here. I say do what makes you feel good. And if a tummy tuck at a higher weight is going to make you feel more confident, then that's great. If you want to lose weight first, then that's great. But I just want to make sure I am making my stance clear that women of all shapes, sizes, everything should be able to do what they want with their body. You only live one time, and that's really important to me. Your choice might be to lose 120 pounds or whatever and then have skin removal surgery. My choice is that I like my body. I'm never going to be skinny, but I would like to not have hanging skin on my stomach. So I'm going to get it removed. It's as simple as that. So if you want more like a full on sort of review, or somebody that is more plus size, I would highly recommend checking out Sarah Ray Vargas. I'm sure you know who she is because everybody does. She has a recent video, I think it was a couple of months ago, where she talks about how she is going to be having a plus size tummy tuck by an actual plus size doctor, somebody that specializes in that. She has a lot more hanging skin and such on her stomach than I do. And so I think that I think that's what she felt was best for her, is to go to one of these doctors that specializes in that. But yeah, that's just sort of what I wanted to like spit that out there. You do you, girl, no matter what it is. Just do you. Do what makes you happy in life, and be with people and around people that support you doing those things. So if you are not one of those people, this is kindly your time to exit. I am going on this journey, and I'm taking along the people that want to come and want to be here and want to support me and want me to support them back in the things that they want to do with their life. So with all of that being said, it is time for my tummy tuck consult. I am so excited. I have so many questions to ask this lady. I'm going to ask all the things, and you guys are going to listen to it. So like I said, I'm going to take you guys with me. And then at the end, I'll recap a little bit and just sort of touch on a few things, like if it wasn't clear or whatever, and kind of fill you in on if there's anything that I'm not able to record, like stuff that you might have missed. And then we will go from there. And hopefully pretty soon we're going to have pre-op videos and questions and answers and all of the tummy tuck things, because your girl is doing it. So let's go to my tummy tuck consult. About to go take some pictures. Got nothing on under this. They'll be here soon to take pictures, I think. So,
Knock.
Hi.
Hello, is this Miss Brittany?
It is.
It's so nice to meet you. Congrats on the big decision to be here today.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous.
I bet. It's okay. Was hearing about your kiddos.
Yeah, so I have 3.
How old?
11, 7, and 2.
Oh, and we're done.
Oh, yeah. The 2-year-old was not supposed to.
Oh.
Three's
Three's not bad, though.
No. Okay.
If I didn't have to go through the pregnancy thing again, I probably would have had more than just 1. But it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It really messes up everything.
Yeah,
They're
everything.
like little parasites.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about your medical history. Do you take medicines for anything?
Oh, and I take a birth control pill.
Okay.
And that's it.
Got it. Smoker? Have you ever smoked?
Nope.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I don't. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Awesome. Good for you. That's
Yeah.
a lot more work. My maternity leave, I said, was much more difficult than all of my years of surgical residency. Yep, I totally understand. So why now? Like, why is now? You feel like a good time?
So I wanted it prior to I almost scheduled before I got pregnant, and then oops, we got pregnant, and then COVID happened and all of that. And then now it's just sort of the time where my 2-year-old's old enough to where I'm not lifting her all the time. Like, I feel like I'll be able to recover better.
Yep.
That sort of thing. I was waiting the past year or so just so that she wasn't quite so needy in that sense, like having to lift her and carry her around and all that.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that you did that, because a lot of times patients come in too soon, their babies are still babies, and they're like wondering how they're going to pick them up after surgery, and I'm kind of like,
no, she's at a point where I can be like, climb up there so I can change your diaper. So,
perfect. Yeah. So it sounds like today we want to address these, this, maybe this.
Anything you want to do.
The mommy makeover.
Just do it.
This is my game. This is my jam. I love doing this case.
Perfect.
So, what size are you now?
Like a 40 double D.
Okay. And what do you think you would like to be?
So my biggest issue, let me just tell you, can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you're gonna see.
So is this over here? Like when I wear a bra, this roll hangs, and so if that, like, I don't know if that's, I don't know.
We can address that with some liposuction here.
But that's really my biggest issue. Like, I'm not necessarily with my breast size. It's just so much, like, no matter what bra size I buy, that hangs out.
Got it. So you're okay with the position, it doesn't bother you, the ptosis, you don't care. In a bra, you're fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Why? What do you think?
So I think from, the whole mommy makeover standpoint, did you breastfeed?
I did.
Yeah. That creates all of this kind of stretching, the thinning out of the tissue right here.
Right.
How you kind of are hollow in this region. And not necessarily a breast reduction, but more of a breast lift to kind of reposition the breast more in this dimension would look very nice on you.
Okay. And I think that would even help some with that.
It would. And I do think that we should do a little bit of axillary liposuction to take this down.
Okay.
And I think repositioning the breast, which absolutely would recruit some tissue from over here to kind of get this shape like this.
Okay.
Now, the scar for that you would have around your areola, which would be significantly smaller than it is now. So probably like this.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we make it small. And then it would go down this way and then underneath.
Okay.
It's called an anchor incision.
Okay.
Now, your pigment goes kind of wide, so we may not be able to get all of it out. And by that, I just mean you'd have a little bit of pigment kind of along the incision here, but up where your nipple would be, which would probably be more in this region. There would be no pigment and you would have a nice small area. And you're pretty symmetric. Maybe this one's a tiny bit bigger or a little bit more tonic. So that's what I'd probably recommend. I don't think you need a reduction per se. I think your breasts are volume-wise proportional to the rest of your body. And I think just lifting them kind of up probably where they used to be. Would be really nice for you. Now tummy. Did you have C-sections?
No, but I did not. But I do have this scar here.
Yes, what's that from?
So that's from my first pregnancy. And that's the one that like now, since the skin hangs there, it itches and it, you know, there's a couple under here that'll see there's some red there.
I see.
And so the stretch marks under there will itch, and that's mainly that and the fact that it is so hard to find jeans that fit is the issue, because I have to buy them bigger in my legs to fit my waist. And
I get it. You actually have a nice, quite a nice waist shape here. So I think that a tummy tuck would be good for you. Now, suck in really hard for me. Yeah, you're tiny under there.
That's kind of what I thought. It was just all this. Just needs gone. And it's become more with every time I have a baby. There's more.
I think that. And does this area back here bother you, or not as much?
I mean, it all bothers me, but you know.
But this
that's the main, like the hanging is the main thing. But if you do this and not this, is it going to look funny?
I think a little. What I'm trying to assess is if we can get everything we need to get without turning you onto your stomach. I can get some lipo from the front. I can probably get some of this, but in order to get a really nice contour of your entire back, I'd have to put you on your stomach.
And what is that?
So that's
what's the issue with that?
It's just more surgical time, more cost. So I'm just trying to kind of gauge where your primary areas of concern really are.
Mostly just the side right here and the front.
Got it.
For sure.
So I'm kind of on board. I think doing a little bit of liposuction here, a little bit of liposuction here, a lift, and then a tummy tuck would be a great plan for you. And I think that would kind of give you a nice sort of S shape here, would smooth this transition a little bit. Now, in terms of scars, I like to try to hide them in your underwear line. Now, you're having your underwear today probably a little bit low, maybe more like up here would be better. So incision goes hip to hip. It hides right in this fold. Dissect all the way up. I make an incision around your belly button, and then up. And then I tighten those muscles, repair them so that your abdomen is nice and flat again, undo all the damage from those little parasites that we have. And then all of this gets pulled down like a window shade. And then a new hole for your belly button gets made. It'll probably end up being more like here, but when this is stretched down, it'll be about at the level that it is.
So you just kind of stretch it and take off the excess?
Correct. And then we close up everything. And you probably equate to maybe 5 to 8 pounds of skin and tissue that would come off. And I think honestly, in terms of making your pants fit better, that's a very reasonable expectation. This is more of a shaping procedure and less of a weight loss procedure.
And that's really, I mean, I know everybody wants different things, but I don't want to be skinny. That's not my goal.
I also think that it would really help with these little rashes and itching that you're getting, because this happens when you have overhanging skin, which you would not have anymore.
That's the biggest thing is the overhanging skin. And another issue I struggle with when I do find pants that fit in my legs, then I have like a camel toe, because this takes up all the fabric and then it stretches, and that's the biggest thing. For sure, that I'm most uncomfortable with.
So I think for me, that's probably what I would address with you. And I think that's enough for one surgery. Now, these stretch marks here, I wouldn't be able to get the ones above your belly button out, but these would be moved all the way down here. Yeah, so this skin that's here would be way, way down here. And probably hidden by a lot of hair.
So this little thing will be gone?
That will be gone.
That's been there my whole life. Well, my whole life.
That'll be gone. That'll get cut off.
Okay, good.
You're not attached to it.
No, everybody else, like literally every doctor I ever see, like every time I'm pregnant, they're like, "How long you had that? What is it?" I'm like, I don't know.
I think it's just a little strawberry. I mean,
Yeah. That's usually what they go with,
Yeah.
but it's been there, and it gets a little bigger every time I have a baby.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Well, say
Yeah.
goodbye to that.
Yeah, good.
So I think that if the tummy is the primary focus, we could just do your tummy, or we could do your tummy and your breasts, and the little liposuction here together. But I would probably do the breast and this lipo as one unit. I wouldn't do it without the other, because we want to kind of address each aesthetic unit together.
Okay.
So if you're not ready to do the breast, I would hold off on this. But I
Okay.
think it's very reasonable to do all.
But you can do it all at once.
Overnight, just to make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
And I think if you're going to undergo general anesthesia, you should just do it once.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was telling her. Like, if I'm going to do it, just do it all.
Yeah. And you know, this is the hardest recovery. This is not.
That's what she was saying. Like, if you're going to do this already, you might as well.
This is like nothing. When
Because-
patients have this surgery, this is what they complain about. They don't even notice this pain.
Okay.
Because it's the repair of those muscles. That's the most.
So I do have separation of the muscles. Does that kind of happen? Do most women end up with that after they have babies?
100% of women have
100%.
rectus diastasis. It's just the degree.
Oh.
And I can tell that you have it. A lot of times when I get in there and I actually can see the diastasis, it's a lot bigger than I was even able to tell on exam.
Okay.
But I think you're gonna have a really nice result. I
Okay.
think you're gonna be super happy. You're healthy. You're young. You have this overhang, which will be gone. You won't have those issues. These will be up where they need to go. We can take care of this.
I'm gonna get your book. I'm gonna go get her book of pictures too.
Oh, thank you.
So you're relatively young, right?
Yes.
Like, how long have you been doing this? I did Google you.
So I've been
I figure most people Google
I've been
you.
a plastic surgeon for 7 years
Okay.
now. I've probably done this particular surgery somewhere in the hundreds range.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I do this a lot. And mommy makeovers are one of my favorites, especially in young, healthy patients. It's really transformative.
How long, like, do you think I would need somebody post-op?
So, gosh, I would say someone taking care of you, like brushing your hair, like helping you get to the bathroom, probably the first 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after that, you're going to be able to get yourself to the bathroom, take a shower, go to the kitchen and make food, do that kind of stuff. You're going to really hate me for the first like 5 to 7 days. That's what the pain is going to be like. You're going to be like, why did I do this? I'm swollen. I don't look good. I'm bruised. I hate her. And then after the first week, you're going to be like, oh.
She's your favorite person ever.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of YouTube videos.
So that first week is really tough. You'll have a drainage tube in your abdomen.
Mhm.
I don't use one for the breast. Some people do. I do not. That usually comes out after the first week, sometimes 2.
Okay.
And then really after the first 2 to 3 weeks, you'll start to feel more like yourself, like
Okay.
less tired, more energy. You'll be able to stand up straight because you'll kind of be hunched over a little bit because I'm pulled tight, so that you have that nice result. And then really full recovery, like you feel 100% great, is 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
8 to 10 weeks, really. No heavy lifting for the first 2 weeks, so nothing more than like 5 pounds, if you can afford it.
Okay. So that's kind of the plan. Is my husband takes off a week, and then my
Yep.
mom comes and helps me for a week.
I think
And then-
that would be epic and perfect.
Okay.
A lot of patients don't have that much help.
Okay.
So I think after the first 2 weeks, usually people feel pretty good.
Okay.
Sore and tired, but they go back to work. You know, they do what they
I'm
need.
ready. Let's do it.
Okay, so it is actually much later at night now. I'm actually sitting in the parking lot of Bryson's school, waiting to pick up him from the Raleigh trip. They left at like 5:15 this morning, and it's now like 8:03 or something like that, 8:05, and I just got a call that they were almost back at the school. So I'm waiting to pick him up, but I thought I would touch base on a few things from that consult that you might not have heard. I haven't even gone back and looked at the footage yet, but I'm assuming that everything wasn't super clear. But what we decided to do, or what I got quotes for, was a tummy tuck and then a breast lift with a little bit of lipo on the side of my breast. I'm not sure that I'm going to be doing all of that at this point. I for sure am doing the tummy tuck, but I'm still thinking on the breast stuff because it adds about 10 grand to the total. I am going to have to stay overnight, as you guys heard. And I think that's a big part of it. Adding on the breast actually adds on like $3,000 to the hospital fee, which I'm not really sure why, but it does. So right now, for sure tummy tuck. So my next step is that I'm waiting to hear from the scheduling lady. She was going to call the hospital tomorrow. It was after 5 by the time I left, and she was going to call and see if like what kind of scheduling they had, but they were pretty confident that they could get me in April, which is very quick and a little bit insane. So leave me all your questions down below. If you have any questions, I plan to do a full Q&A. I will address cost, pre-op stuff, post-op stuff, all of that. If you have any questions from sort of what you saw in the footage, leave it below and I will include it in a Q&A. But I plan to make a full-on like pre-op, what to expect video that gives you cost breakdown, what the financing options are, all of that sort of stuff. And I'm going to address the whole it being a plus size tummy tuck thing. We sort of touched a little bit on that in the consult, which I'm sure you guys were able to see. But I'm going to go over it more in detail. I did talk to her a little bit more like after I turned off the camera about some more stuff and her comfortability level and all of that with it. Her before and afters were amazing. So I'm so comfortable with her, but I wanted to take you guys along with me on the consult so that you could get a little idea of what I'm going for, what might happen if you decide to go and get a consult, what to expect. But we're going to do a full like video with cost breakdown and everything. I do have my quotes for the tummy tuck and for all of it. And you know what? I might even show those in the next video and just go over all of it. I was going to include it all in this one, but I think it would just be way too long. So I think I got like 20 plus minutes of footage inside, and I talked to you guys for like 7 or 8 before I went in. So I didn't want to make this video too long and you have to watch like a 45-minute video. So, look for the next one, maybe next week, talking about cost breakdown, what they told me sort of to expect, when my surgery is scheduled for, because hopefully after tomorrow I will know, and all of that sort of stuff. So stay on the lookout for that video. Let me know any of your questions that you want me to address in the video down below, or in the description, no, in the comments down below. It's been a long day and I will be sure to include it all. And yeah, until next time guys, stay tuned. We are doing this thing. Oh, and in the next video, I will show you guys befores, and sort of what I am targeting and what I'm trying to get taken care of in this process, and like sort of what the doctor felt like she could take care of. So stay tuned for all of that. We'll do pictures, we'll do cost, we'll do all of that in the next video. Until then guys, I hope this video is informative and I'll see you so soon. Bye guys.
If you want